Welcome Mr. Pascal Aeschlimann, CEO of SwissFit.
Welcome everyone. I relocated to Singapore just 10 years ago in 2005, coming from Switzerland. So I had a very, very different lifestyle back there. I was exercising a lot in the mountains, and after moving to Singapore, I completely changed my lifestyle. I started to work really a lot, and this led to setting up my own business in 2012 with SwissMed. In 2014, I got married with my wonderful wife, and we got a baby. And just today, by coincidence, it's our first year's wedding anniversary. As it is, life is always a balance between work, family, and health. And the last bullet, health, is something that got completely changed after I discovered momentum. So this was by coincidence back in August 2013, after meeting a friend in Switzerland who did this program, and I almost didn't recognize him. I said, "Wow, you lost so much weight." And then he told me about momentum. I bought a box in Switzerland and did it back here in August 2013. So at that time, I was 40 years old. I used to run marathons, do Ironman triathlons for several years. I was a big business traveler, and I used to exercise about 5 hours a week. But I was 90 kilo, and this is how I looked like back in 2013. So I started this momentum program, which consists in a diet phase of 25 days. So these are typical pictures. The people among us who did the program would recognize these. Typical dishes. We become very creative. On the lower right picture, we see this is a hamburger, believe it or not. Instead of the bread, we have some salad sheets. We have a lean beef. We have tomato, and we have some avocado, and the tomato soup. So we can become very creative and enjoy yummy food while doing the program. The first 2 to 3 days, I really enjoyed experienced some cravings. So this was a bit tough the first 2-3 days. But after that, I became very energetic. I really felt great. And I also experienced very deep sleep. And my wife reported that I stopped snoring. I also became much more involved with the grocery shopping. And this is something that my wife was also very happy about, because I wanted to pick the fish that I was about going to eat for dinner. And the side effects were sometimes some dizziness when I was standing up very quickly. I was missing cheese and wine. This was the most difficult part, so I was also happy after the end of the 25 days to finally have some wine. And I had cravings for chocolate after dinner. So this is something I really tried very hard, resisted. Then 1 month later, after the program, this was actually my, just at the end of the program, I had a business trip in Japan, my first glass of wine, and this is how I looked like. So I was as slim as the Japanese. I had lost 4.6 kilo after 1 week. I had lost 7 kilo after 2 weeks, and then just 10 kilo after the 25 days program. But not only this, I looked much younger. My skin became much better, and this is a negative side effect. You get a look into my pants. Not many people had got this privilege. But you see, you have to change your wardrobe 5 inches. Following months, I had my first race, which was the National Championship of Duathlon on East Coast. And I was flying. I was suddenly 10 kilo less. It's like removing a sandbag off your back. And this picture was taken by Kuntal, who is sitting with us there. So this was just unbelievable. Today, 2 years later, I'm still 80 kilo. My metabolism is certainly much more efficient. I still take the health supplements to support my metabolism. I'm satisfied with less food in general. I'm much more conscious about food, about my choices. I read the labels and choose items with less sugars or no sugars. And of course, occasionally we treat ourselves with big dinners, big Sunday brunch, and on holidays we go to restaurants a lot. And this has absolutely no impact on my weight. So what has been the most important change, I think, has been the change in my daily routine. I love big breakfasts, and I really take time for it, like half an hour. And before Momentum, this was my breakfast. Baguette, 3 slices, butter and cheese, some yogurt, which I put into a bowl of cereals, coffee with milk and sugar, or Milo, and a big glass of orange juice. Now, after Momentum, because I still love big breakfast, and I replace the baguette with Vasa dried bread, 3 slices, each of them are 30 calories, butter, cheese, because I need to have something to put the butter on, the yogurt. The yogurt, I replaced fruit yogurt with plain Greek yogurt, and I add almonds, walnuts, blueberries, and sometimes strawberries when they are on sale. I replaced the orange juice with lemon juice, which is part of the Momentum program, and I kept doing this. So I'm absolutely sure that sales of lemon are going to be boosted in Singapore once Momentum will have taken off. I replaced my latte or my Milo with 2 espresso that I drink without milk and sugar. And this is something I could never do before. I hated black coffee. I always put milk and sugar. And now I've got used to it and I enjoy it. So coming back, because I was so impressed after having done Momentum, I contacted the manufacturer in Holland, Sander. We met and he agreed to give me the distributionship for Southeast Asia. And the reason is, I thought, well, I never thought it was so easy to lose so much weight in such a short time. And I thought if everybody would know this, everybody would do it. So I really tried to increase awareness of this program in order to help my fellow citizens here. So basically, in order to bring this product, I incorporated a new company. We started the distribution in January 2014, and mostly because of word of mouth, about 400 people have known the program so far. About 2-3 months ago, maybe the writer of this article is sitting here, I read an article in Mind Your Body written by Dr. Go Su Yen, who is the head of endocrinology here, and she was mentioning that diabetes was such a big issue in Singapore, 600,000 people, and she was writing that by decreasing one's weight by 10%, we decrease the risk of developing diabetes by 50%. And she wrote also that prediabetes and diabetes type 2 can be reversed with a healthy diet. And when I read that, I thought, this is exactly what Momentum does. So I called Alm, and I said, we have to do something to try to really increase awareness.